On a special podcast today is the current WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. And Deontay, every time we talk about victories, and we'll talk about another victory over Luis Ortiz on March 3rd. And what a fight! One of the best heavyweight fights I've seen in a while. And how would you rate your performance?
My performance, I think I did very well for myself. It was an action-packed fight. It was a fight where two guys was in there to try to knock each other out, and by doing so, if you make a mistake, you will be punished, and that's from both sides. I got it. Appreciate you. And that's from both sides. So, with that being said, it was a very exciting fight, and I'm happy with my performance of what I done, and to show people what I can do as well too, like overcoming adversity. Being able to fight through when I'm being pressured or getting buzzed or whatever. I just show people that I am a true champion. I show a true champion status, and I'm ready for the next showdown.
Do you feel you needed that? Because you've knocked everyone out. You really have never gotten hit like that. You've never really gotten pressed like that. Are you glad you were able to get through that and show the world, hey, I am for real. I've had the tough fight. Now let's move on and let's get to bigger and better things.
Well, I definitely needed a fight like that. I already said I needed a defining career fight, and I got just that. I knew I was gonna get through anything. That ain't my concern about am I gonna get through. I know my abilities and what I can do, and I state them all the time. It's just to come a point in time where you must prove that to others, and that's what I did that night. I proved to the world what I already know I could do.
Was he tougher than you thought? Because it seemed like in the early going it was a little shaky, and then when you got the knockdown, it seemed like then it picked up, and then you had a good grasp of the fight, even though the seventh round was also a little shaky.
I wouldn't say tough. I would say it was a tricky fight. Because like I said, if you make a mistake, you will be punished. It was vice versa. So it makes it kind of challenging and tricky. More than anything, I enjoyed myself. I had fun in there as well too. Just having my brain being able to think and to be in positions where I've never been in it before, and to respond to it in a champion fashion. So that's the thing about Southpaws. I love fighting because they challenge they allow my brain to be challenged and allow me to do things that people don't normally see me do with a orthodox fighter, and I enjoy this sport, and I enjoy coming out performing for the people and getting them what they want to see when they come and see heavyweights, and that's a knockout.
How pleasing was it for you the fact the Barclays Center was full? Sold out. What did it mean to you? Because, people have been saying, well, he's not a draw. He's not selling out arenas. He's only selling out when he goes to Alabama. What did it mean to you to sell out the Barclays Center, considering what people had said about you in terms of being a draw?
It meant a lot. It just let me know that Brooklyn is behind me. They support me wholeheartedly, and I'm very grateful. That was my third time coming there, doing what I did, and I think it get bigger and better from that point on. People really know what's going on. They know who the heavyweight champion of the world is, and it's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. People are still talking about that fight till this day. Every time I go somewhere and see, they're reminding me of it. And everywhere I went, they said this is the best fight they've ever seen, and it's a lot of fights in history that has been fought, and for people to say this is the best they've seen, it's definitely a enjoyable moment for me. It makes my heart warm, makes me want to get back in there and outbeat my last performance, and that's what I do. I try to go in there and beat the best. I want to fight the best to beat the best, and get the fans what they want. I'm all about giving them what they want. I know it is. I know it's time and place for all things, and Sometimes you got to build fights, but I don't believe in building them too long. I believe it's time to get in. When it's time to get in there, it's time to get in there and get a fight on. Don't keep people waiting. You know, and that's what I'm all about. I'm about giving them the biggest, best fights possible at a reasonable amount of time.
Me and you, and we'll get into more than that particular topic in a moment. And but I wanted to ask you this because this is something me and you have had extensive conversations about when we've talked in the past, and it's been this battle for respect, and it seems like that tide has finally started to turn, at least from what I've seen, and it seems like you have as well. But if you really felt that tide, that the negativity, as you've called it before, you feel that's starting to go away a little bit in terms of you.
Most definitely, especially here in America. Especially here. Ortiz was the most skillful heavyweight in the division. Period. And a lot of them consider him as the boogeyman. A lot of them consider him as one of the best in the sport. And to be able to do what I did, not only just win, but knock him out. It said a lot. And some people were just waiting. They were just waiting on that one thing they need to prove, that I need to prove to them. And on that point, I showed everything. I proved everything to them. I think people got very sucked in to the 7th round. If you against me, then you're happy, you're excited, you're still thrilled. If you're with me, you're you're a little nervous, but you're excited, you're pumped, seeing what's gonna happen, and for me to overcome it and then come back and knock him out, man, that's what's fighting all about, man. Being able to be your best. I know people like to see people get punched and knocked down, and this one knock this one down, and this one come back and win. That what made great fights. When you're putting the best with the best, you just never know what you're gonna get out of that. It's just like a movie. When you do the preview, when you do the preview, you see the preview, the weigh-ins and the press conferences and the all that is the preview of the movie. Now that gets you to the point where you want to go see the movie, and when you go see the movie, you leave there and say, "Wow, that was a great movie," and that's what the people are doing, with this fight.
I did a lot of radio interviews, a couple, the Monday and Tuesday after the fight. And a question I got asked a lot, and I want to ask you this because, I was really thinking about it in the last couple days, is the fact that people said they felt the hosts were saying you were looking ahead a little bit. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but considering who you had in the ring, but I'll ask you the question. In your mind at all, were you looking ahead at all? Before the fight, leading into the fight, even a little bit in the beginning of the fight, of looking ahead towards what's going to be happening on Saturday.
Am I looking ahead?
Were you looking? Were you looking ahead to Joshua, the winner of Joshua Parker, at all? In the lead up to Ortiz and into the fight.
Yeah, I always tell people I don't look past no one, but I look through them. Looking through a person even more motivates me. To be able to do what I got to do. It's almost like window shopping. You look in the mirror, you see how much it is, you want it so bad, and you got to wait until you can get it, to go and buy it, So this is the same way. It's just that when I see a fighter, I respect him as a fighter. I'm not looking over him as a fighter, but I know where I am now, and I know where I want to go. And where I want to go, I got to get through. I got to get through the person that where I am now. So that motivates me. It motivates me to do what I got to do and get it. And it's just visualization and meditation, just thinking about it. And it helps me out. It plays a part in me being successful.
There was some news that came around here in the United States late last night and early this morning that you're not going to be heading to Cardiff this weekend. You're supposed to do some stuff with Sky Sports. What was the reasoning in your mind to not want to head out to Cardiff to do work for Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker?
Well, when Sky Sports called me and offered me the job to come and commentate with them, I told them on one condition that I would come, and that was to get in the ring. They told me it wouldn't be no problem because they really want me there. They really want me to be there. And they said that wouldn't be no problem. So a couple of days later, we get a call I get a call from my manager saying that I'm not going to be able to get in because Joshua and his team talking about they didn't want me in the ring. They was enforcing more security, restraining order, all that stuff, just so I won't get in there. Talking about he don't want no hype. We haven't signed the contract yet, so he don't want to hype the fight up. But his promoter runs around talking about how me, the only fighter, especially the only champion here in America, the only one that I'm the only one that has to build my reputation. I'm the only one that has to build my profile. And talking about he wanted me to build the profile and build the hype around the fight. If so, then why wouldn't you let something occur that's free out of nobody? Nobody paying for nothing. It's free. And that's to get in the ring and call him, look Joshua eye to eye, face to face, and call him out for what they are. Do you want to fight? Let's fight. Let's make this happen. But unfortunately, they don't want this fight, and that proved it. That shows they don't want this fight. No matter what they say, they're making up all these excuses like Hearns always does to try to cover up and deceive people, making them thinking of what it is. Everybody in the world know I want this fight. I've been saying it for years. Well, at least a year and a half. I've been saying it. So it ain't no denying that I don't want to fight. So, as a team, I made a decision not to go because, we just feel like, they was giving us a run around and I'm there for nothing. If I can't get in the ring, then what I'm there for? Forget the media that's going to be there. Forget anybody else that's going to be there. That's other fighters. That don't mean nothing because I came to the Klitschko fight, and that's supposed to be the biggest one. That didn't even mention my presence in the arena. So what's the difference is going to be for here and then me just being a part of this show and making it seem even bigger than what it is. What I mean? I didn't come there just to be a part of the show just for him to look good and the event to look good. I didn't come there for that. What I mean? I was gonna stay at home anyway if it wasn't anything. If Scott Sports didn't call me, so that's the decision we made, and now Eddie Hearns is mad. He's upset. He's mad because his plans backfired on him. See, me coming there it's not about AJ. It's about his other fighter, Dylan White. That's the whole point. He wanted me there because he want the attention to be on me and him, instead of what we really want to do. And that's why he's upset and mad and whatever. But, he could be that way because he's not dictating that. He's not controlling that over here. I'm my own boss. He don't run nothing over here, and for him not being able to get his way, it's just like a spoiled brat. He's been spoiled all his life. He's been brought up, with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he don't know how to accept no's. And he got it this time, and look how he reacted. A grown man supposedly be, but he was a child. Acting like a child. So we stayed at home. We'll see what happened. At the end of the day, we're not chasing. We're not running behind nobody. We're gonna do our thing, and it's gonna be up to the reporters. It's gonna be up to the fans and everybody else to smoke them out of there. They can only fool the people for so long. They're gonna only be able to do it. So a lot of the UK people are waking up as well too. I've noticed that. They write me all the time. I see it all the time, and it's just a matter of time till he gonna be able to fight the fighters he fighting. Be able to do what they doing, taking those people money until they get enough. It's gonna be enough. It's gonna be enough, and I'm gonna still be right there waiting on them to knock him out.
When me and you talked last month, and you said some of these same exact things, and and it got a lot of play when I wrote it up on Sporting News, and then I talked to Eddie Hearn last week, and I read him some of the quotes that you had said to me, and I want to read you part of what he said in a rebuttal to you, and he goes, "There's no one in the world of boxing that Anthony Joshua wants to fight more than Deontay Wilder. There's nothing I would be able to do to stop Anthony Joshua from taking that fight." What do you make of? Because I don't know if you read those comments. The article just came out earlier today. What do you make of when Eddie Hearn makes those comments?
At this point, I don't believe nothing the man says. There's many a time where Joshua has said one thing and Eddie Hearn has says another. You know, they're not on the same accord. They're not on the same page with each other. You know, Eddie Hearns manipulate the crowd so much. He won't, but he can only do it to that crowd over there. Because the English, just like a fan told me, he said, man, I'm just gonna be honest. He told me, he said that the reason why, some of the UK fans, the ones that know what's going on, but really not caring right now, is because they still enjoying being able to have that claim to fame like that, to be able to say we got majority of the belts over there. It's almost like a little power, and they're enjoying the ride right now because America always beat the UK fighters. We always doing so. People are envy of America, and when they have something, they hold on to it, and then they want to laugh and stick their tongue out at America like we got everything. We're in control now. It's all about power and control, man. And that's the thing about it. Eddie talking about AJ saying this. Eddie said a lot of things. Eddie said that Joshua would knock me out in 3 rounds, but Joshua go back and talk about I'm not gonna be. I need more time, and I'm not gonna be forced. I need he's talking about 2019, 2020. Joshua talking. He was in talks with us in December, but we already got it on record, and we got papers to prove that we only talked in November, and they didn't even respond back to us in November when he came down to New York. They came and talked about a Dylan White out of all people. They came and wasted people's time talking about a Dylan White, and how Ortiz would be a dangerous fight for me instead of talking about his Joshua. They ain't on the same page. Joshua don't want this fight. If they did, they would have been did it. They always lower me than any of the other fighters. How easy it would be, or what he would do to me, or how he talking about how his weight bigger than mine. If so, then prove it to me. Why do I'm the only one that have to build? Why do I'm the only one that has to do so much? If this is true, if he can't wait to fight me, and all this, why not fight? What's the holdup? What are you waiting on? Why everybody else is getting a shot and don't have to do nothing, but I have to go through hell to just get a title shot? I know but it's easy to answer that question. It don't take a rocket science to figure that out. The fact is that they are scared. Joshua fears me. That's why he need to take that fuck fear patch off his short, because it don't apply to him. He fears me. He's scared of losing, and he stated it many times how he fears of losing. And when they look at me, knowing that I am the danger of this division, I do hit the hard. I am the baddest man on the planet. They see that going. So they ain't trying to get me right now until they build or whatever they're trying to do, or till they continue to cite these European people out and take their money. Now, when they wake up and realize that they ain't going to be able to do it no more, then that's when they're going to try to make the fight. But right now, they ain't trying to make that fight. They're trying to cover up as much as they can. And, we're saying the same old shit. And we the Americans, we're tired of it, man. We're tired, and I see a big change. I've seen the change, and I'm happy it's a change. Because they know what I want. I'm ready. I've been ready to go. So we're just waiting on them, and we'll be waiting. I guess I'll just go and beat a record. I guess I'll go and be 50-0 with 49 KOs or something like that until they're ready, because I ain't going nowhere. Nobody's beating me in this sport. I just beat the most scrappiest, most skillful guy in boxing. Anybody else saying, it's over with. And he was a southpaw, undefeated. So, I can't wait, man.
Does it disappoint you? And I will use disappointment as the correct word, because I can tell in your voice. Does it disappoint you in the fact that you're not going to Wales, and you're not going to be, so you can get into the ring and you can get face to face like you want to with Anthony Joshua? Does it disappoint you that you're not going to be able to do that on Saturday?
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing for the simple fact that, I want this fight to happen. I wanted to confront him face to face and show him. He's never looked into a man's eyes like mine. He never, been in that state of mind to be able to see a person that he really, really feels and be next to him and see me. I wanted to be there because of some of my fans. I got a huge fan base in the UK. And I actually talked to some of them and told them I would be there and take pictures and all that. So it is disappointing. But we must do what we have to do. We're not going to be chasing nobody. We're not going to be a part of nobody else's circus, and we're definitely not going to be the clown of it. And that's just bottom line. We can't do it. We got to continue to do what we're doing here in America, build in America, and the fight will come. That's just a matter of time. They ain't gonna be able to do this for long. The fight will happen, and when it does, I'll be waiting and ready.
I want to pose this question, and I was thinking about this as you were just talking. And if you thought about, and if you discussed this with your team at all, or if you just thought about it in the back of your head of doing what Floyd Mayweather did to make the fight with Manny Pacquiao, just call Manny Pacquiao, say, hey, let's get in a room, me and you, nobody else. Let's talk. Let's settle this ourselves. No promoters, no managers, no advisors, no nobody. Let's sit me and you, and let's talk turkey, and let's get this done for the fans. Have you thought about trying to do that at all, and just reach out yourself to Anthony Joshua and have that conversation with him?
Well, we already had that conversation before, me and Joshua, and he was on the same thing, the Floyd thing. He mentioned that actually, that Floyd and Pacquiao, and how they did it to build and all that. He wants to build the hype and stuff, but it ain't no more to build. What's more? Who they want to know? Vietnam? Who else? Who else? It's enough build for the fight. We're both gonna make more money than we ever made in our lives, and that should be enough. It ain't nothing else. What is it? These guys are just fear. It ain't nothing they can say. Not no more. The excuses have ran out. I done checked off everything. Everybody want this fight. Everybody know about this fight. And they know it. They know it. But like I said, it's gonna take the journalists, the reporters, and the journalists, and anybody that got a camera to force the question that everybody want to know. It's gonna take everybody to smoke them out of there and just force them to fight. Because as long as some people supporting this trash, then it's gonna be relevant. Until they stop not supporting the trash, they're gonna throw the trash away, and we're gonna be able to take it out, both in the outside the ring and inside.
When did you guys have that conversation?
It was like sometime last year, early last year, sometime or whatever. I talk to a lot of these guys, man, whether they have my personal number or whether they messing me on social media. So we done had that discussion before, and I told him, nah, we ain't, we don't need to build that. That was way back, but we done came so far now. We done came so far now. It ain't no point of even talking about fight now. The only thing is to do it at this point. But back then, it was still a little bit more work to do. Back then, me and him and Klitschko had some fault, and of course, I didn't fight Ortiz, so it was just that early. But yeah, it was back then. Now it's just a different level. It's just time, man, and I can't keep talking about this guy, man. I'm gonna move on. I got to. They don't want to do it. So if they don't want to do it, we gotta move on.
Talking about this fight on Saturday in particular, what do you feel Anthony Joshua needs to do to beat Joseph Parker?
Well, I think he's gonna have to be smart. He's gonna have to definitely move his head. And just be smart. Being able to keep Joseph Parker on the extension of his fists, and just like I said, just be smart. And I think that'll be what it would take to beat somebody like Joseph Parker. Because Joseph he's coming in with confidence. He might seem and look nervous at times, but he accepts it. He understands what he's in front of, and he understands what he has to do. So I'm looking forward to the fight. I like guys to see that they have confidence and different things like that. Hopefully that confidence carries him in the ring, that he'll be able to perform and give us a great show. And we'll see at that night if he was one of the best or not.
And what does Joseph Parker have to do to win? Because everyone's been talking about you in Joshua getting into the ring. A lot of people really aren't giving the proper respect to Joseph Parker because, like you said, he is a very good fighter. What does Joe need to do to walk out of Wales that unified heavyweight champion?
Well, what Joe need to do, he need to have great movement. He need to have some good head movement as well too. There's gonna be a lot of movement on his part, just moving and calculating and being able to throw a punch at the right point in time. We know Joshua's been dropped many times. We've never seen Joseph down or anything like that. We know he get hit as well too, and but he definitely got to move and pick the right shots at the right time. Be able to get back and wait and counter Joshua and just keep the pressure on him. Not to the point where you just in his chest pressure, but pressure enough to keep your distance, but also have him thinking on the other end as well too.
A couple more questions, Deontay, and thank you for the time today, my friend. It's greatly appreciated. And who wins the fight, and who do you want to win the fight?
Well, we don't know who's going to win this fight. Over and over again, we've seen upsets, man. We've seen fighters that, we'll root for, we think was going to win because they had the better skills as we thought. And they get in there, either get knocked out or get outboxed. And you be like, dang, you can't put your trust in too many people, because we can only think in our opinion. We really just never know, because guys get in there all the time and disappoint us, But I'm favoring Parker though. At this moment in time, I'm favoring Parker, man. The stuff that Hearns them doing is childish to me, and it's all about having power, and it's sickening at this point. I'm ready to move on, and so I'm pulling for Parker. I think Parker will be able to make a fight away a lot faster than what Joshua them doing. And me and Parker are a little bit closer as well too, so it'll make it even more easier to come to negotiations. If he win that fight.
And I wanted to ask, and I'm glad you brought that up because I know he had come to Alabama for the Gerald Washington fight, and there was talks of that fight getting made between you guys. How close were you to making that fight with Joseph Parker?
It wasn't close, man. We didn't go to no conversation. I don't think I don't know what was going on. I don't even know why he came, to be honest. Maybe he was there to support one of his fellow countrymen, Uzi. I forgot his last name. He's fighting Brazil. Well, maybe he came for that. Who knows, man? But they was definitely talking about something in the future, and blah blah blah.
And we'll end with this because I've been asking everyone in boxing this week and beginning of last week this question, and I'll pose the same to you because it involves you. In 2018, will you be fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world? And if so, who will it be against?
Man, hopefully. I can't say that. I can't predict the future. I wish I had that power to be able to say, yes, I will be fighting for a championship. The undisputed heavyweight championship this year. And I wish I could be able to name the person that will be having that belt and that facing, but I can't do that. You got to have magical powers to be able to answer that question. Because right now, the way these cats are acting towards me, it seems like never.
How do you keep the faith then? Because you seem upset and you seem frustrated, and I haven't heard you like this in a very long time. And who would you be resigned to? Who would you want to fight then? If it's not Joshua, who would you want to fight?
It really don't matter to me. Okay. I'm in this sport to build my legacy, and I truly mean that. When it comes to popularity and when it comes to money, well, that just come with it. That's a part of the sport. You're gonna make the money. So I'm not in it just for I'm using this as a business to make. Of course, we all want to make the most money we can. We all want to get. But I'm not gonna use that as my main source of the reason I'm fighting, because that'll be a lie for me. I'm in it for a whole totally reason. A different meaning behind it for me. I'm all about who is the best in this division. Let me call them out. Let me fight them. I want to see. You say you're the best. Say I'm the best. Let's make it fight. Let's see who's the best. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about.
Well, Deontay, it's always a pleasure for the time today, my friend. Thank you so much. Hopefully, as a fan, I'll say as a fan of hers, hopefully we do get to see you fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world in 2018. Hope all is well. Enjoy the victory at the beginning of the month, and hopefully the next time we talk, we're talking about a big fight, my friend.
My man. Thank you so much, brother. And you have a blessed day.
All right, you too, Deontay. Thank you.
All right, peace.